Scissors is a 2025 film written and directed by Harry Sparks, and we have a cast including Jill Kassidy, Avery Jane, Lily Bell, Alex Cole, and various others. I love the design of the clown costume. I think the clown costume looks amazing. I do love clown-based horror. We have some really good jump scares. We have some really good music. But the narrative is very weak. Basically, there's a little bit more substance than this, but basically, a killer clown, a serial killer clown, is going around tormenting people and killing a bunch of people, and in general, it's a pretty basic narrative, and it's not to say that a narrative like that can't be basic and enjoyable. There are many horror films that don't have that many layers to them, but they're still really enjoyable. But with this one, there's not a lot of substance to the narrative. The characters are kind of irritating. Not the clown. The clown I really did like. I really did. But the other characters are sometimes irritating, sometimes really boring. The performances are absolutely fine. I have no problems with any of that. And the horror aspect it's very weak, but we do have a couple of jump scares that I thought were quite effective. So I wouldn't say it's completely not scary. And certainly if you're phobic of clowns, it will be quite an experience. I'm quite scared of clowns in real life. But for whatever reason, I don't necessarily find them that scary in horror films, but I do think they're fun. And that's certainly the case here. I thought that the murderous clown here, I thought, was good fun, loved the costume. If this clown approached me in real life, I'd be off in the other direction. Unfortunately, though, there are not really any other elements of this film that work really well. Well, I guess the camera work is fine, the music and sound effects are pretty decent, the performances are okay, but unfortunately the characters themselves are not that fascinating. Some good jump scares, the clown as a character I really do like, otherwise it's not particularly scary. I guess it has a nice atmosphere, it does constantly have this sense of there's something right around the corner, there's something that's definitely looming over, there's this presence, there's this threat. What is it? Well, of course, we the viewer know that it's the clown. But I can feel the characters feeling quite tense. So they may not be interesting characters. But certainly I think their responses to situations felt quite believable, for the most part. So there are some good aspects, some okay aspects. The clown, really brilliant though. So I don't think it's a very good film. But if you do particularly like clown-based horror, then maybe give it a go. It's quite an easy watch as well. It's not one of those horror films that will have you on the edge of your seat, and certainly it's not one that requires too much concentration. There are not many twists and turns, which is not a bad thing. There are many great horror films that don't rely on a lot of twists and turns and surprise elements, and if you're in the mood for a horror film that's a little suspenseful with a really good antagonist and some good jump scares, but where there's not really a need for that much concentration, then maybe put it on. It's not too bad. It's not the best. Definitely a lot of room for improvement. But ultimately, I guess Scissors is an okay film. And if it's the kind of horror film you're in the mood for, then maybe it's worth watching.